Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. In this video I'm gonna build a wall. Or at least the reminiscence of a wall. Because right now our city looks like that. And I want our city to look like that. Here's a picture. And to go there I kind of want to restrict myself a little bit. I've already built these streets, but I didn't really build them with anything in mind. I mean, I had sketched out some kind of plan, but if I stuck to my plan, this inner city would be way too big. It would be like this inner city of a city that's like has over 1 million inhabitants, and I don't want that or need that. So therefore I need to shrink it down a little bit, and I'll sketch up a new plan. And I'll sketch it up in here by building a wall. I'm not gonna build a real wall because I don't think I can even do that in this game. So I'm gonna use pretty wide streets to give us an idea where we want to build. In order to do that, I need to get rid of this section here, which is not that bad because it was kind of challenging to begin with, and so it won't be missed. And then this street right here, when I built this, I liked the idea very much, and I still like the idea very much, but it would conflict with my new ideas. But for now, I have to get rid of this. Now we have this rectangle. I want this to be a little bit more round-ish. The reason why I built the wall is because pretty much every city in Europe had a wall up until like 1850, 1860, 1840, whatever. The main function for this wall was to keep out intruders, because back then city raids were a common practice. But with the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, city raids kind of fell out of practice, and city walls kind of stopped being useful. So they got torn down. So all that new space that got available was used for city expansions. And that's what I'm gonna do here too. Let's just build the boundaries of the wall, I think. So I'm not gonna go too far down here because I think we are already way too deep and too far from the river. So I'm gonna build this wall like this. And I'm not gonna curve them, I'm gonna build them like this because that's how pretty much every ring road was built. And then I'm gonna just go straight to the river. I'm gonna also build the road right here. On this side, I'm not gonna get too far to the left. I think we are pretty good with the size already, so I'm just gonna get this up here and then up here, and maybe let's have a little curve. How does this look? So now, another thing I want to do, I made this road kind of a through road, and I want to change this up. I want this road to go through here and then out here. This should be like the road that led to the city. Currently, it's more of a bypass, and I don't want that. So get rid of that, and then this, and then let's have this one curved in slightly. I'm just gonna leave it like that for a while. While we're at it, let's just get done with that. Now we have a few good entrances, like gates. What I'm gonna do with this space is also in question, because it's a pretty big space. It's flat, it's wide open. Maybe I could put a castle or a palace of some kind over here, but I'm not sure, because it's not really protected that well. I mean, we have protection from the riverside, but it's just a flat ground and it's out of the city. I mean, if we look at places like Bratislava, for example, the castle is on top of a hill, which is protected. Same thing in Brno. Where is Brno? Here. The castle is on top of a hill. And in Graz as well, you got the castle on top of a hill. But we don't have a hill. We could also build it somewhere in this countryside, But that's just future talks, because we don't even have an asset for that. And I don't know if anybody is currently working on an asset like in castle. And I want to do some other projects before I do a castle. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this space. But that's okay, because we have this to fill. Last episode was like half an hour long and I only did this. So I think this episode I'm gonna speed things up a little bit and not talk that much and just build, because I think it's kind of lame. So see you in a bit. I'm back. Okay, so I filled in a few blocks. Some of them are quite chunky. I think that's the best I could do. I mean, if you look at this right here, it's not the best solution, but if you don't look at it too close, it looks okay. Same thing with this one. It's not my best friend, but it's still okay. In the last video, Orthopedico, I hope I pronounced this correctly, proposed the idea of moving this church back to here where this Café de Paris is currently. Then I have space for a market. This idea sounds nice and I like the idea of a market, but I'm not gonna move this church back because then I don't know what I would do with this space right here. So I'm just gonna leave this for now. But I like the idea of a market. And this space right here, I feel like would be perfect for a market. So I'm gonna reserve this for now as the market. I've also placed this one down. I like the look of it. I'm not sure how to incorporate this with the other buildings though, so I'll just place it down here for now. So it would make sense that this road would lead to this one, but then this blank corner, as I said last time, is gonna bug me. I mean, I could clip in a building right here. I've built some more roads just to get the idea on how it would look. I also want to get rid of these light poles. Let's resume the gameplay for a bit. I've been paused the entire time, so let's see what will happen. A lot of people are moving in. That's nice to see. Let's also make a district. Now this is the old town, and everybody is poor. Another thing we have to think about before we fill in the remaining blocks is about city services. I currently only have this police headquarters here. The other industries are here, which is just a small clinic and the crematorium. But I want to build some in here. And what we need is education, first of all. We need fire department, we need a hospital, and maybe some parks. Problem with the hospitals in here is they have a pretty big footprint. And I don't like that. I want this to be flush to the roads. And I don't think we have one. Except of the big ones, like this one. Obviously it's North American, doesn't fit in here. Is there a French hospital? There's a French hospital, but it's too big. Let's have a look at education. We have this college auditorium, which fits in perfectly. So I'm gonna build this somewhere, maybe even here. How does this look? We have this little thing right here, which doesn't look too good. Does this bug me too much is the question. What if I do this and this? Now it's gone. Does this look weird? Because now this is higher. Other than this visual bug right here, this looks good. And this one, yeah, this also doesn't look too bad. I think this can stay here. Now we have a college. We need an elementary school and high school too. The French elementary school. I mean, this fits in perfectly. This is too good. This is perfect. I'll put this one in here. Beautiful. And the German high school, I think that's the one you can upgrade to fill an entire block. And I think I'm gonna build this one in here. Let's get rid of the street because that's just a placeholder. Okay, now we have schools. We don't have a hospital though. I don't want to build a hospital in here, but a small clinic would be good. But I don't think we have that. Or maybe this modern one? How does this look? The question is, would there be such a medical center in the city center? No. Let's wait with that. Let's take a look at the fire departments. We have this German firehouse. I've never seen a fire department that looks like that, so I'm reluctant to build this. And it also has a missing mesh right here. Can we upgrade this? Yes, we can actually. Both ways. So it would fit in perfectly in a block. So actually, I think I'm gonna use this one, even though I've never seen one like this before. But that's okay. That's also kind of small, but that's okay too. We gotta use what we have. So I think that's it for this episode. I think it's gonna be a shorter episode because I didn't talk that much. But I see progress, and that's good. I mean, it looks weird with this 6-lane road, or 8-lane road actually. But as I said, it's just temporary. If you like this video, leave a like or subscribe. You can also join my Discord channel if you want. See you in the next one. Bye.